Yo neighbor, Dave the Family Farmer here, and I'm going to be your host for today. Uh, I'm getting my night crawlers ready for the winter. Yes, because now, instead of being outside here in my bucket in the shade, we're going to be going downstairs. Okay, now, here's the thing. Outdoors and indoors are two different things, okay? Indoors, you want to keep control of how moist the your material is. Okay, that's very important. Uh, Outside, hey, you can work with it. Inside, you got to be very careful. So, I already transferred my red wigglers from outdoors to indoors, and they're down in the basement now. Now I'm going to transfer my night crawlers into here, and then they will obviously go down in the basement. And I suppose you're wondering why I'm using such a big tub for my night crawlers. Well, I'm going to tell you why. Simple reason is night crawlers love to travel, okay? They love to burrow, and they like to go through quite a bit of dirt, soil, whatever material you are using. And of course I do the all natural thing, so this is going to be very heavy. And of course, like with my red wigglers, what I did was I used a dolly, strapped it all up, and brought it down the basement because yes, it is very heavy. Now, with night crawlers, you also want to use the two bucket system, okay? As in this bucket, I have holes drained in the bottom. You can see the holes. Okay, that way I can keep control of the moisture in my tub. And of course this tub will go inside another tub which will catch the liquid. Okay, so now we're going to make another nightcrawler bed. And of course I have my some garden dirt and whatever's heavy. Some garden dirt here. I got 2 buckets of that. And of course I have peat moss and all this other kind of happy stuff in there. I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. As you noticed, I didn't get it wet at all because I don't want it wet. But it's going to be nice and airy for my night crawlers to crawl down and deep. Night crawlers like to burrow down deep. That's why this is going to be just about full. It's going to be full, and it's going to be very heavy. Okay, move my buckets off to the side here. And I also have, of course, my sand. And if you've been listening, night crawlers do have a gizzard. Yes, they do. So you got to have sand in here. Yes, because that helps them grind up their food, just like a chicken. Just like a chicken. There. Now I'm going to drag my bucket. I'm going to drag it because I can't pick it up because it is heavy. They've been living in here all summer long. Of course I have my little shovel because I broke the handle on it. But this works great. And we're going to dump all of this right in there. We'll see how nice and moist that is. That's alright if that straw is in there. Alright, I see a Nightcrawler. Let me see if I can. Oh, look at that one. There's a nice healthy Nightcrawler. Look how nice and healthy these are. Yes. Let's see if I can pick this bucket up. Oh, look at that baby. There, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about right there. Now there's a nice happy Nightcrawler. They're going to be a lot happier now soon. Oh yeah, I can. Look at the Nightcrawlers in there, people. Look at these. Are those some nice Nightcrawlers? Look at them. Oh yeah. There are some happy. Look at this.
Not huge.
Look at the size. Look at the size of these Nightcrawlers, and I'm growing them the all-natural way. Look at that. You can't get a better Nightcrawler than that. I'm going to pick up this tub. This is very heavy. If you need help to do this, please find some help. Look at these. Look at this. Of course, this. Look at that. They're fat. They're lively. Look at the Nightcrawlers I have in there. Look at that. Can you see them Nightcrawlers? Judy, can you get a close-up on them? Look at them. You can't get a happier Nightcrawler than them. Right there. People. Look at the size of these things. There's one clinging on for dear life. They're going to love this new home. Look at that. Alrighty. Get the rest of this out of here. You know, this dirt is pretty moist. Actually, it's too wet. Okay. Now, I am never going to be able to lift this up. Two people will never lift this up. But look at my Nightcrawlers. Look at them. That's why I didn't water the bottom, because of how wet this is. And which is okay. Which is definitely okay, because that will seep down into the bottom layer. Okay. Now Nightcrawlers, like I said, they like to tunnel and they like to go deep. That's why this is so full. Now there's nothing wrong with putting Nightcrawlers in a 5-gallon bucket. There's nothing wrong with it. If you want to grow them that way, that's perfectly fine. Me, I prefer not to, for the simple reason is Nightcrawlers love their space. You got to give them space. They need that space. Okay? And what I'm doing here is doing this on a natural level like you would out in the forest, okay? I do give them oatmeal and coffee grounds to eat. But now that fall's coming, I will gather up leaves, bags and bags of leaves, and of course cut some grass, and of course I have straw. But today, I was running around today out in the forest, if you ever watch, they got oatmeal and coffee grounds out there. They're eating all that dead material that nature has to offer. So that's exactly what I have in this bag. I have, of course, leaves. I let the grass dry a little bit. And this is all natural material. I even got wood in there. Bark. Bark and wood. They will chew on that, believe me. I won't lie to you. Okay? And I crunched up the leaves, and nature nature don't even crunch up the leaves. They'll eat them just like that. Okay? So now they got plenty of food here that will last, I'm going to say, a good month. A good month. Okay? This will last a good month. Alright? Plus what they got naturally that's in the ground. Okay? Another good thing is, when you do feed your night crawlers, you don't ever want to bury their food. Never. Night crawlers, they always like to come up, they like to eat or chew their food on the top of the surface, okay? Alright? So, never do that. And of course, you're going to want to keep your moisture level to moist but not wet, okay? It helps them, they have that certain slime that helps them go through the dirt, okay? And if it's too dry, they can't maneuver through this, okay? And like I said before, they like to go deep. That's why I put so much soil and all that stuff in here, so this is nice and deep for them, okay? Night crawlers do not like to be crowded either, okay? So if I had, I mean, there's not many night crawlers. I'm going to say probably about 7 or 8 dozen night crawlers in here, okay? So if I want a whole bunch of night crawlers, of course I'm going to have, and this will probably hold probably a good 12 to 15 dozen night crawlers easily, okay? Because they don't like to be overcrowded. Night crawlers don't, they like to explore, they like to crawl, they like to tunnel, they like to do all sorts of things. So you don't want to overcrowd your night crawlers, okay? That's like any other animal. You don't want to overcrowd your chickens, your cows, your pigs, whatever you're raising. You don't want to overcrowd them. Now, red wigglers, they love that overcrowding, okay? I don't know about Alabama jumpers, because I've never raised them, or the European night crawlers, but I do know that night crawlers, they like to travel, and they like their room. Okay, now beforehand, I'd taken my straw out of there, just threw it in this bucket here, and now I'm going to put it back. Because they will, night crawlers will eat this as it's rotting. Yes, they will. Just going to set that off to the side here. There. I have my night crawler bed, and of course they're going to be laying babies in here. Did you see how nice and healthy those were? Look at that. You're going to get a happier, healthier night crawler by doing this system here, okay? Why? Because it's all natural, okay? I'm not saying that the way you're doing it is bad, This is just the way I do it. I like the all-natural system. Okay? And of course I will put a cover on. And it snaps right on. And of course I have holes in there, just like all my other ones. And this snaps on, this works pretty good for me. It snaps right on there. I have air holes on the top, all along the sides, all around. And of course, I can't even pick the damn thing up, but I will with a dolly. Alright, hey, have any questions? Don't be afraid to ask me, because that's what I'm here for. You want to raise night crawlers all naturally? Hey, I'll give you some tips. And one of them is do your leaves, do your grass, bag them up, put them in the basement for the whole winter. Your worms will love you. Trust me. Hey, y'all take care. Bye-bye then.